WikiLin85 here, and I'm going to be talking about Connecticut, the Constitution State. Between New York's bustle and New England's charm lies a place where freedom was written, where factories sparked the Industrial Revolution, and where quiet towns shaped great ideas. This is Connecticut, the Constitution State. The birth of a colony. Imagine settlers crossing Connecticut River in small boats, as mist rising around them. In 1636, Reverend Thomas Hooker led a band of Puritans west from Massachusetts, searching for freedom of thought. They settled in Hartford and just 3 years later wrote the Fundamental Orders of 1639, which the first written constitution in history that established a government of the people. This simple idea that people could govern themselves would echo a century later in Philadelphia. And Connecticut's vision helped build a nation. Even today, Connecticut is sometimes called the land of steady habits, a nickname born from those early Puritans who believed in discipline, honesty, and order above all. When war came, Connecticut's fields became foundries. Its blacksmiths forged muskets, and its harbor towns built ships for freedom's fight. Yet, not all stories were noble. Benedict Arnold, born in Norwich, turned his back on his home, leading the British raid to set New London ablaze. But in Wethersfield, George Washington met with his French allies, planning the strategy that would end the war at Yorktown. Connecticut's soil quietly carried the Revolution's heartbeat. Connecticut even had its own spy ring during the Revolution, a real-life network of secret messenger, hidden notes, and code names, years before James Bond ever existed. With peace came invention. Eli Whitney from New Haven changed the world with his cotton gin and the idea of interchangeable parts. In Hartford, Samuel Colt's revolver symbolized the power of American industry. And beneath the waves, inventor David Bushnell built the Turtle, the world's first submarine. It was used during the Revolutionary War right off of Connecticut coast. Little fun fact, Connecticut is also where the first hamburger was served, at Lewis Lunch in New Haven back in 1900. And believe it or not, the first phone book was printed there too. It had only 50 names. But beyond invention and war, Connecticut is a masterpiece of quiet beauty. Rolling hills, peaceful lakes, and colonial towns that seem untouched by time. In Mystic, tall ships still rise against the sky, and visitors walk through the echoes of an age when whalers and traders ruled the sea. Yale University, one of the oldest in America, has educated presidents, inventors, and dreamers for over 300 years. Fun fact, Mark Twain and Harriet Beecher Stowe, two of America's greatest authors, were next-door neighbors in Hartford. Can you imagine them dinner conversations? Today, Connecticut balances the old and the new. Insurance towers rise beside colonial streets, and innovation thrives in quiet corners of tradition. From its coastal harbors to its mountain trails, Connecticut remains a land of contrasts, where history breathes and the future hums softly in the distance. Here, liberty found its first language. In these rivers, hills, and towns, the American story began. Written not with swords or crowns, but with ink, courage, and the belief that people could rule themselves. This is Connecticut, the Constitution State, where freedom took form and the American dream first learned to speak. As always, check back for more. Like and subscribe. Thank you.